What's up, fam? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. You're listening
Merry
to
Christmas.
the All Burgundy and Gold Errrything Commanders Post Game Show powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio, 96.9 FM and 1340 AM Hopewell, Virginia. On Christmas Day, at home at Northwest Stadium, the Washington Commanders fell to the Dallas Cowboys 30-23. I'm Wole here with my guy George. Before we dive into this game, we got to knock out some logistics. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search All Burgundy and Gold Errrything. Hit us up on X, IG, and TikTok at ABG_Errrything. Also, like our All Burgundy and Gold Errrything Facebook page. Don't forget to subscribe to the All Burgundy and Gold Errrything YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support our show. The super chats will be prioritized over all comments in the chat. So if you have a super chat, we'll prioritize that comment over all chats. Our pregame is also streaming live on the Urban Sports X handle as well. All right, let's get right into it. George, man, I mentioned the score of the game. Josh Johnson, he played. Your thoughts?
There were two things that redeemed that game for me. One was Bill's big run for the touchdown, showing you that what we've been missing these last few years, and what Bill has brought. And for all the criticisms that Adam Peters rightly deserves, Bill is a great pick in round 7. And he's somebody you can go forward with next year as an integral part of a running game.
Yeah.
Granted, I will accept the caveats that Cowboys defense is trash, which it is.
Yeah.
But he's shown you that ability all year, and it was great to see him break one. And then Johnny Newton.
Yeah,
Johnny Newton, I was loving it every second.
Oh, yeah, I want to ask this because he had Terry was as usual, average as usual. Did you see the play with Terry's wide open for a touchdown that Josh Johnson didn't throw? DC Slim? You probably didn't. What did CeeDee Lamb have an explosive game?
He ended up having a big game, I think.
I thought it was Pickens who had a big
game.
No, he didn't.
He had
I know I'm wrong.
5 catches for 46.
So what are we doing here, DC Slim? Is CeeDee Lamb average? Don't do that. That's all I'm saying. He's playing with the back. CeeDee Lamb's playing with Dak Prescott. We're not going to do that. So I'm going to stop the Terry. I'm going to stop the Terry thing there. I'm going to stop it because Terry had an open touchdown and he didn't throw the ball to him. I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to stop it.
And to go back to your Terry point, I don't know which play you're talking about, but one of them times on the goal line.
That's what I'm talking about, that play. The slant. He's wide open.
He had Terry in the back of the end zone, right?
Yeah.
That's
where
he's
wide open.
He didn't throw
wide open. They scored a field goal out of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not getting into all that. Like, but CeeDee Lamb, who had like Dak Prescott had 40-some yards. So it is what it is.
I mean, that's the thing. Dak Prescott had the huge play to Turpin.
Yeah.
And outside of that, he had kind of a pedestrian game, like 225 yards.
He had 300 yards passing.
Yeah, but it's like without the Turpin play.
Oh, yeah.
That ain't much of a game. I mean, Pickens had like 74 yards.
Yeah.
It's 78 yards.
Yeah, that's my point. It's just like we're not. He has stopped. See that? That's what I'm saying. We're not talking Terry. I'm not doing that Terry thing. DC Slim, because I'm not gonna lie to you. The point is kind of obsolete for real.
No, we did that to death.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that Terry thing today. I won't do that today. Yeah, man. We got this game was weird though. DC Slim. This game was very weird.
Oh yeah,
it was a very weird game. Yeah, two bad teams,
right,
bro.
By the way,
huh?
Dominic is right, by the way, in his comment.
What do you put? Let me put that out here. I'll put it out. This comment here?
Yes.
Is it me or do our DBs play too far back on third? Yes, they do. They do.
It's this again. This game. There are different takeaways you can have. The Johnny Newton and Bill things are big for me, but that's my agendas.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there.
I'll go to that.
I want to go to
Glen.
Go ahead.
And Glenn, you're right. And that's the other thing. Not just that, Glenn. So many times, Dominic has said it, and we've talked about it on this show before, but there are so many times where they just give up layups on 3rd and 4th and short.
Yeah.
Because they're not even trying to play press. Or it's like, it's 3rd and 2. You can't be 7 yards off the line, but they are. It's why there cannot be any – whether Dan Quinn comes back as the head coach or not, He cannot be the play caller. He has got to hire a defensive coordinator. That just can't happen. This game today, they got 6 sacks, but the Cowboys still went up and down the field on them. It was 21-3 at one point. And when you gave yourself a chance, you get the missed field goal and you don't do nothing. You didn't get the field goal with Moody, and you intentionally stop yourself on the drive to kick before the 2-minute warning because you're saying we got to get a 3 and out. That was the right thing to do, but this defense couldn't do it. Dan Quinn cannot be calling plays for the defense. He cannot be the defensive coordinator next year. No.
All right, so I do want to go to some positives because we always start with negatives, and I kind of get over it. I'm trying to we already know what the season is. The season's trash. The team is trash. Coaches are trash. But I do want to go into we've seen Bill. Bill did a great job. We'll get to Bill, but I do want to talk about Josiah Newton. I believe he had was it 2 sacks? 2 sacks.
I think 2 or 2.5.
Yeah,
Johnny was great today.
This was his best showing as an NFL player, and this is what I wanted to see. And what I mean by that is he got snaps. He got legit majority snaps. And this is what when we're talking about help bringing the young dudes in is where I want to see it. Eventually, I want to see Jordan McGee get all those snaps too as well. This is what I'm talking about. Let this dude play, let this dude play because that was my issue. And I'm sorry, I'm being real. That was my issue with signing Kinlaw because I knew Deron Payne was going to be there. I wanted Josiah Newton to get that slot. I wanted to see Johnny get that slot. I don't care. Oh, we got maybe he's in the building. We got Glen in the building. We got Glen.
Yeah, Glen.
Yo, what's up,
fellas? This white Glen is everything. What's up?
Yo, what's up, fellas? Can y'all hear me real quick? Just want to put a good point.
Yeah.
My bad. Yo, just want to put a point. Just want to put a point out there about the third down package. What I noticed today is he widened the ends out on third down, man. Every time, they widen the ends out. That's why teams run on us in third down because of the defensive formation.
The
defensive formation sucks, man. Yeah, be wide 9, man. There's nobody's in the middle. And so that's why everybody runs in the middle. Dan Quinn got this. They gotta be better on defense, man. You can't take your interior lineman out on third down, on third and short. They was eating all day. And you take them out on third and short. That's why we can't get off the field on third down. But Johnny Newton had a great game. Bill had a great game. I just want to add that part, man. Good job, fellas. I'll be listening in the car on the way home, man.
I appreciate you, my guy. All right, Glenn.
Yeah,
all right, my man, Glenn, man, from Northwest. You already know, man.
Boots on the ground.
You know what I'm saying? Northwest again, but I want you to go ahead and talk about Josiah, George.
Yeah, he was. You and I were excited about him at the draft. Why? Because we saw him in the Big Ten, and he was dominating, and he was throwing people around. He was throwing guys out of his way and getting in there. And I was just thrilled. And, I guess that he played some defensive end today because that's how injured they are at edge is that he was doing that.
Man. Play him around,
there's something. Okay. So he may not be the best defensive tackle as it turned out.
He did well in defensive tackle too, though. No, he had some sacks at tackle too.
That's the thing, but it's we've got something here because the Cowboys' offensive line ain't the greatest, but they ain't terrible.
They got their guards. Their guards are good, though. Their guards are good.
Yeah. And he's produced. He's produced, in that position. Let's have more of that next year. Not every play, of course, but in certain situations where they really wanted where we can put him out there. That's the Johnny Newton that was at Illinois. That's what he was doing on a regular basis. If not every week, nearly every other week, he was getting in. He was wrecking. He was a game wrecker, and that's. I just love that was that between that and Bill, I almost didn't care what the result was because I was enjoying that much.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing, for me in this game. Is you gotta look at individual play. Something where DC Slim talks about getting the young guys to play ball and seeing what they can do. And Paul says it as well. You just gotta, man. I want to see. This is why again I wanted to see Josiah. And a game like that, if you look at his stats and the body of work and what he did, Josiah had, I'm looking at the stats now, 3 sacks in one game. Nah, man, this is what my point, my point with him is he needs to play. Kinlaw doesn't even have that in a season.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not crapping on anybody, but this is what I'm talking. I want this kid to play more, man. Like he needs to play. This is not a we got to invest in the defense. Tremendous. I agree. That's definitely what we see right now. But that's my point, George. You get what I'm saying? Like we gotta this dude needs to play, man. Like this, he wasn't a second rounder for. He showed you why today. Why he was touted what he was touted today.
Yeah.
3 sacks. We've been playing around with a. Come on, man. It does kind of give credence to people who say like play the young guys, and let them get this opportunity because Jerzon was getting that flack that he ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he played today because Payne was exactly, but that shouldn't be a thing. Like, all right, you made your decision. Like that's what I'm saying in the offseason. Why do you even play? Why do you sign Kinlaw when you have a Jerzon Newton? You already had Payne in the contract.
And the same guy drafted, and that's the other bizarre thing about it.
Thing. Like coach said, I thought, still a lot of people were so geeked up for this pick. And then we had to call. Then he got to be questioned as a bust. It's because of lack of playing time, man. You can't get a rhythm and a groove if you are barely a rotational dude. And you drafted him. All right, Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne. I get it. Like year one, I get it. And so I get it. But year two, once one left, shoot, he should have got the slot. No, again, I'm not knocking Kinlaw. He's been good, but that shouldn't have been a sign. Like that to me, that's going against grooming your mismanagement. I agree. That's going against building your team, building your organization, building your team, developing young players. It goes against that because now you're just drafting people just to draft people. You're not drafting for pure development. You're just drafting to draft. So that's an AP's issue to me because you decided to go get Kinlaw. And if the coaches wanted Kinlaw, like saying they needed a Kinlaw on their defensive front, that's to me a mismanagement there as well.
Well, and it leads to this question. So you draft Johnny Newton, and yes, he had injuries. Okay, he's got injuries the first year. So, and you like you say, Payne and Jonathan Allen, it's not like he's getting in there.
Yeah.
But if your plan is, I believe Johnny Newton is going to turn out to be a really great player. You signed Kinlaw, so were you expecting Dan Quinn to play them both together a lot more? Where's the alignment here between Adam Peters and Dan Quinn when it comes to something like this? And I don't see any.
Let me tell you the problem. Let me tell you the issue. This is the issue. This is my thought. Like whatever reason they signed, what happened with the run was the issue to Darnell said, forget stats. What about stopping the run? There's absolutely no resistance on the line. All right. They thought bringing Kinlaw would be that. They thought that Jerzon wasn't able to do it. Kinlaw ain't doing that. They ain't like regardless of what people Kinlaw's been solid, but he ain't helping. He didn't solve the problem. The problem's still there.
211 yards rushing today.
It's been like that the whole year, man. It's been like that the whole year. So what has he brought? That's what my argument has always been. Like people keep saying individuals. They try to blame. They blamed Jonathan Allen for the lack of them not being able to run the football. I mean, to not be able to stop the run. They blame Jonathan Allen. They keep blaming other people. Like it's scheme. I'm gonna be real with you. This is my thought process. It's scheme, and it may be some talent, but it's not an individual. Because I'm gonna say this again, like it or not, believe me or not. There was never a situation when we had Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne, and we had them this last year. In any era, any tenure, other than the last year they were together, like the year Rivera's last year, and it still wasn't as bad as this because they let everybody go. We stopping the run was never an issue like that. People didn't run easy in the middle against us. That was never a thing for real till this regime came here. So to me that shows that scheme. So that's why I'm not like. And you watch Jerzon Newton in college. Like he is a game wrecker. So I don't get what this is like. He can get sacks. He's a game wrecker. But I'm gonna tell you, if you're an interior dude and you can get sacks, you better prioritize that. Don't act like we get stopped. You better prioritize. You gotta find a way to prioritize that. Like on third down, he should be there all the time on third down. And that's never been a thing. I'll say that much. If you're gonna tell me, all right, forget it, we got to stop the run. Then why on third down you got Kinlaw and Payne? What is Kinlaw ain't a rusher? He ain't a pass rushing D tackle. If you Jajon he's quick twitch, so put him in there on third downs. Like have a speed package on third downs. You're not doing that. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
And those two comments, DC Slim talking about using the players wrong, absolutely right. And what Santiago's saying, the staff does not seem to be on the same page. That's why there has to be at least some changes.
Yeah,
whether it's the coach or not, there's got to be some changes in the staff because this has been a horribly coached team all year.
Yeah, but I'm
and even though you saw some good things today, it only makes what happened before even more frustrating, doesn't it?
Leslie Jordan, Drake Jackson played well. Did he? I don't know. Did he? I believe you. I believe you. I'm
excited. He was okay. I mean, I want to say he got in and got a sack.
Okay, let me see it. Maybe he did.
I'm looking.
No, I'm looking. I got it right here. I got it up. Drake Jackson did not get a sack.
Okay.
He did not. He's not on the stats. Drake Jackson did not get a sack. But yeah, like, no, I ain't mad at it at all. Like his product, like I ain't mad at what they did as a unit, as a team. Like you said, 6 sacks. Preston Smith had a sack. Von Miller had a sack. I'll talk about the Von Miller sack and what I'm annoyed about with Von Miller sack. It's not even Von Miller's fault.
Well, no, it's Frankie Louvu being undisciplined, and you call.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that though. I'm gonna stay positive. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
All right. I do want to talk. Like you mentioned Bill. Yeah, man. Like that was what fans in preseason were talking about. That explosive play. The first touchdown run was tough. He showed some grit going to the in the red zone, breaking some tackles, finding the hole. His vision was good. Getting that touchdown was a big play. And then on the second touchdown, the 72-yard run was dope because Clinton Portis was just coming on to the Netflix show.
Yeah, no, wasn't that
coming on to the coming on, and he busted his long run. You're thinking about Clinton Porter's big run now, right? The first play he has Washington, right? And the fans went crazy.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, that was dope. You know what I mean? But talk about Bill, his performance, George.
And here's another thing. It's like he only ends up with about 11 carries for 105. Mm-hmm. Now, again, that's skewed by a 72-yard run, but maybe he's a little more durable than we think. Maybe he should be getting the ball a little bit more. I mean, we love Chris Rodriguez here, so we're not out on him. But and I haven't even liked the inside runs all year. But that touchdown, the first one,
it was tough. He's
starting to show that ability to break tackles for a guy that's not that big. It's kind of wiry. I mean, he really showed some strength on that. There's just so few negative plays with him as the running back. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that run.
You said so many. What you said? So few or so many?
So few negative plays with him as the running back. He finds a way to get a yard most of the time.
I think they're negative plays because he picks the wrong hole. There are negative plays.
There are a few, but he's not losing.
He's not losing. But Chris, you can say the same thing about Chris Rodriguez, though.
Yeah, I'm so glad that he's getting these opportunities.
Yeah.
But at the same token, it's 11 whole carries. And Debo got 2, and Josh Johnson had 2, and McNichols had 1. And we're you got to run this football and talk on it. I mean, he's starting to show you that he actually can get yards running inside. Maybe we should use him on the goal line more.
No, Chris Rodriguez should be the more goal line dude. He gets in easier. I'm not going to say that, but I will say that what he does well is like what he's getting better at. Like it's within time, he's starting to take what the defense gives him. He wasn't doing that at first, so now he's taking what the defense gives him. I mean, it's not. It's a learning lesson. It's not a thing where he's always been able to do it. There's a reason why he lost the slot to Chris Rodriguez. It's not like, oh, he can always do it. He can always, truth be told, if you watch, he's tough. He can run inside. He does break tackles. He's not a soft runner by any stretch of the imagination. But again, when you're trying to get the home run play and you're trying to string things outside, then that tends to happen. Every once in a while, he still does it. But at the end of the day, now to your point, like he's a tougher back than what the size showcase. I think a lot of people keep saying that he's not tough. He's a tough back. He can run inside. I'm not going to say he can't run inside. He can run inside. You want him outside if you can, but usually when you're a speed guy like he is, you assume you're going to play the outside because he's so fast. You know what I mean? I like the setup where you put all the wide receivers on one side. So it was like an overload on one side, and they ran him inside. So they took away the bodies out there and gave him opportunity to be explosive. He just had to break a tackle. So no, I was impressed with Bill because before that I was having some negative thought process. Like, dude, you're only getting 1 yard for the majority of this like game. And a reason why I was calling that out initially was because like the Cowboys' run defense is so putrid that like this shouldn't be a thing. I don't care if you're injured on the O-line, like that shouldn't be a thing. But then he cracks the big one. He cracks the one for a touchdown, and then he cracks the long one. So it's like he got into a rhythm. So for me, I thought that, you know, this is a good growing lesson for him. It gets him to a point where I think that, you know, gets some momentum going into the next game. I wouldn't really need to see, because we know we got with Chris Rodriguez. It's a groin injury. We don't need Chris to play the last game of the season against the Eagles. I'll make that a Bill game. I'm all about grooming the young players and letting them kind of work things out going to next season. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Paul said ball security issues took his confidence. It definitely would. I mean,
probably, yeah.
You know what I mean? But the league is and also the league is just different, bro. You know what I'm saying? But also once you lose your slot and then somebody else is playing well, like Chris Rodriguez was playing well, it's hard to like kind of creep back in, right, to that natural spot that you had earlier. But I would definitely have him get like 20, 30. Next game, let him be him. The same thing. I would not play Chris Rodriguez last game, and I would just let Bill, because there's no like bonus for Chris Rodriguez to play or anything like that. I'll let Bill play. He deserves it. He deserves that shot. I think Ben Sinnott played well too. He had some opportunities, got some shine. He's continuing to grow. With him being the only option. He got a few catches, a few grabs today. So
three catches for 29.
Yeah, which, I mean, nothing special, but it's better than nothing, right? It's getting him experience. So he's getting him an opportunity to see what he can do. You got to know I do believe in year 3, because it's year 3 next season. And, you know, we'll have that discussion later. But I will say in terms of briefly that they're going to need guys. There isn't, I told this to Paul in one of our chats. It will not be a hope this person pans out in the 3rd year. They're going to go after guarantees. So if you guarantee showed it, then they're going to go with you. You're going to get the burn next year. You know what I mean? Like, so like for me, obviously I would like to give guys an opportunity, but because how putrid this season has been, they're going for guarantee guys. It won't be like, I would love for like Drazan to get if Payne leaves, Drazan should get this opportunity. Like, I do believe that.
Yes. 100%.
I'm not sure that the starting running back is on this roster right now. Because they need to have givens in everything. Like, they need givens. So there's a back in the market, there's a back in the draft that falls to them that they may be in love with. Not in the first round. I'm not talking about that. Like, I'm just talking about later rounds that they're going to give that up. They're going to draft.
There's a lot of people talking about Jeremiah Love and Washington.
I know. I'm just saying.
They trade back.
That's what I'm saying. If they trade back, which they could trade back, but now they're finishing bad. We don't need a running back. I'm telling you, don't be surprised if they're going to go for in this offseason.
I mean, they're going to pick somebody up to replace Eckler.
Yeah, and
Nick Nichols might not be back either.
Yeah, but Eckler was going to be the starter.
I mean, I would like to go forward, at least with Bill and C-Rod, with a different offensive coordinator is going to use them right.
I'm telling you,
that's
but the
still
thing,
my issue.
To your thing, they're going to bring their guy. That offensive coordinator may not be a guy, may not be a Bill guy, may not be a C-Rod guy. Yeah, not a first rounder. Yes, thank you. Like a Bryce Hall. If he's on the market, a Bryce Hall, I can see.
Okay.
All I'm saying is those guys they're not going to stop you from saying, can we do better? That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, we need
defense,
defense,
and that's fine.
I agree, Phil. I've
Phil,
been
I agree. Frustrated
all
year with the play calling and how they've been used. And when we get to the negatives, I'll have another bit
we're about to. But Phil, Phil,
Phil,
don't get it twisted. I think they should put all their money into defense. Don't get it twisted. I'm just telling you that if they're going to try to improve multiple positions. That's all I'm saying. Even like wide receivers, they'll try to improve wide receivers though. Even wide receivers. I think that you'll probably try to get as much as I like Burke and Debo, I'm not sure like they're gonna probably try to upgrade there too. And one of them dudes won't be back. Probably Debo won't be back. And I want Debo to be back too. And another positive, Debo. I think Debo is a must too, Glenn. I think they should re-sign Debo, as well. I think they should. I like him, but I don't know if he's a first rounder. I like him a lot, but I don't know. Debo, but only offensive unless Arizona. That's what I'm saying. He's nice. He is nice. So, but Debo played well, man. He was physical. He was knocking off helmets. He was special. Debo was definitely special. But it's gonna be if they bring him back, it'll be for something. It will be cheaper. Like everyone talking, probably won't be for $17 million. But I don't know if Debo. That's the thing. Debo probably can get that in the market with the right offense. Like
I think Debo's going to get more than we can afford to pay him.
I kind of think so too, and I feel like Debo can go to an offense where they're going to use him correctly. I think Debo can go to an offense where the Shanahan offense, and they're going to value him a little bit more, in my opinion. Yes, he sucks in the red zone, or his quarterback sucks in the red zone. I will say. He does his play calling sucks in the red zone, but Josh Johnson had Terry wide open and wouldn't pull the trigger, which I don't even get. Like, I don't even get that. You need to bring Zacchaeus. I can see that too. I think Diami and Zacchaeus can come back. I definitely think so. Well, Zacchaeus may be more expensive. Diami, I think, can come back. But yeah, by the way, Debo played a great game. Your thoughts on how Debo performed?
Oh, I mean that wide receiver screen with the Josh Johnson faking one side, throwing the other. That's Debo at his best. And you can run that play now because you have Terry McLaurin and Treylon Burks.
Mm-hmm.
And you were running the ball and you were starting to run the ball well in the game. You couldn't run that play most of the year because everybody was just not worried about a deep threat or anything like that. Yeah. So it's great. It was great to see that the concept of what they had with Debo really play out in this game today. So, yeah, I mean, I understand why people want to sign him back. For me, I feel like the money that he's going to get offered because he's showing those flashes. He's been more durable this year than the last few years. So I think he's going to have offers, several of them.
I know. You had 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, and no bootleg in that fourth quarter. I know, man.
Well, it was that series of play where Josh Johnson wouldn't throw it to Terry McLaurin and they didn't run the ball one time is where I'm
annoyed. I'm telling you. I'm looking at the stats. Terry had 5 catches of 63. What was Debo's? What was CeeDee Lamb stats again? Say that again to me, George.
CeeDee Lamb stats was 5 for 46.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
I mean, again, it was kind of a pedestrian game.
It was because Dak threw for
the passing game for the Cowboys, except for Cavante Turpin's big play.
Yeah, because Dak threw for
he threw for 307 and 86 came on the one play.
Not even yardage. It was shoot. I'm not even talking about yardage.
19 to 37. I think.
Yeah, 51%. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying, man.
And really, that was most of his good stuff was in the first half. In the second half, he wasn't producing much.
He's the number 2 this year. He's the number 2 this year. Interesting. You think that? It's okay, man. I ain't gonna really go into it. Like I said, I mean the stats speak for itself. You said that like Terry didn't show up. He had 63 yards receiving. And the guy that you said before, CeeDee Lamb, that you said is a number 1, and you love CeeDee Lamb from what we had the discussion. Only had how many yards again, George? With a better quarterback,
46.
With 46. And who had Josh Johnson?
A much better quarterback throwing him the football.
I thought so.
And much better weapons around him too, by the way.
I know. That's the point.
But here's where
I know. Hey, Paul, I'm about to stop. It's like my man.
And here's the other thing. Dallas ran the football and kept running the football.
Yeah,
that must be nice. when you're running the ball well to keep running it.
Yeah, man.
That's damn revolutionary, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I feel like Slim. He trying to troll me. That's why I'm gonna stop though. I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna stop. What we got here, man? Players just haven't been executing in the red zone. They get down there and start seeing ghost teams. Like I agree. I think Josh Johnson was that way too. Yeah, I know, right? He trying to troll me. Stop another. Yeah, I know, right? Glenn, you're right.
But Josh Johnson missed some throws, but run the football in the red zone. They're running the ball well.
They did run. They did run. I saw.
I mean, Merrick gets. I think on that. I thought on that section of plays it was 3 throws.
One he ran. They got stopped. They got stopped early and got lost yards. He ran. He had to throw the ball. Which one you talking about? A few times they ran.
I'm talking about the series of plays where.
Which one?
He had Terry in the back of the end zone, missed him, and then he threw that.
He ran that.
Okay, that first and goal was a run.
He ran.
Okay.
It just they didn't get close enough, and he got like a yard. He ran. Terry was open. It was. I mean, I ain't mad at the play selection, like than anything. It is what it is. They ran once. Yeah, they ran once. They ran the first play. It just wasn't close enough. Roster fans love to sell their tickets. You ain't lying. Like that's why I don't go to games.
Well, and here's why.
Why? What did you click on?
This one.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah.
No home wins since September.
Facts. All right, let me go ahead and read some of this. All right, so it's embarrassing. NFC opponent celebrate on our. It is embarrassing. Not gonna lie to y'all. All right, so George, negatives, man. We talk positives, negatives.
I wasn't happy with Cliff's play calling down at the goal line on that one series. Although you're right, they did run it once.
You don't like Cliff.
The way we've run the ball today.
I don't like Cliff either, but it's okay.
I want to keep on running it. I mean, his defense is just God bless.
I don't
America.
think this. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't have an issue with Cliff today because his quarterback was Josh Johnson, and they got 23 points. So I'm not gonna use Cliff as whatever.
Yeah, but it's like, but if that's the case, it's like you should be leaning on the run game anyway, and you weren't.
Well, I'm surprised they did. Like me and Taj, who hates Cliff too as well. He said I can't even get mad at Cliff either. We was chatting about this. So I'm gonna be real with you, man.
And okay, and then then we can talk about the defense. And it's like when you give up 211 yards.
Yeah, like that's ridiculous. And then I'm gonna be honest with you. TC Slim, I'm about to be with you, dog. Frankie Louvu. People laugh at me. They laugh at me. No, I'm serious. They laugh at me when I joke around and trolling about Bill Belichick. I ain't like I know Bill Belichick ain't coming here. I just joke around with it. But I will say this, man. Frankie Louvu is very undisciplined, and he's been like that. The reason why we tolerated last year because he made plays, therefore it was cool. Like when you make plays, you can ignore everything. When you're a bad team, though, and it tends to still happen, it's a problem. Like, yeah, he didn't know, but it was the whistle blew. So much time had already passed before he hit that. That was like, what are you doing, man? Like, real talk. What are you? And then it wasn't like you shoved him. You literally you really hit him. Like if you shoved it, you could have got away with it. But you really went into it. Like to me, Frankie Louvu, if like a coach needs to pull him to the side and say, you keep doing this, you on the bench. Like you gotta discipline him. You can't let him keep doing the same thing over and over.
Bill, he would have been on the bench and stayed there if it was Bill.
I'm like, you gotta discipline this dude, man. Like seriously. Like just like you treat a dude who fumbles all the time, you put him on the bench. You gotta treat a dude that they scored 3 points off of that because of that. That was third down. Von Miller got a sack on a great play.
They're getting off the field.
They're getting off the field, and you do a dumb late hit. Dude has no discipline at all. And if you coach it right, there's a way you can coach it out of them. When you bench somebody, they learn their lesson. But you keep them on the football field, and now he's gonna think it's cool. And you made him a captain this week. Like, come on, man.
I know. Well, and the other one,
you can't reward this, man. You can't.
The other one that's as bad or maybe even worse, the big play to Turpin touchdown. Louvu was offside. Like he couldn't stop himself. He was coming up like he was going to blitz, and he couldn't stop himself from stepping in the neutral zone. So of course they took that shot.
Yeah,
when they wouldn't have otherwise done so.
Yeah, like for real. I'm gonna say cut him. But I'm not going to say cut him. I'm not going to say cut him. That's because that's salary cap ramifications. I'm not going to do that. But what I will say is this: like, you can't. That's terrible, man. I'm serious. That's terrible. Like, championship teams who run like on a straight regimen. When a dude keeps doing his own thing and like, you don't reward that. Like, you put him on the bench and say, all right, until you get what we're trying to do here, you ain't on there. I'm not saying he ain't a good football player. I'm not saying that, but he lacks major discipline. Like, that is a sign of coaching. The reason why I say it's a sign on coaching is because you don't punish the dude. Like, we laughed at him jumping off sides on a tush push. We were laughing at it. That's undisciplined. It's part of it. Man. He gotta be better, man. It gotta be better. We can't like reward people like, don't take his side like it's a tough one. No, it wasn't that tough. It really wasn't. He watches the football. We saw that he tripped up for a reason. We saw that, like, that's the pressure. We saw it. And if that was the case, all you had to do is like grab him. You didn't even have to do like, you knew what she was doing. Come on, man. Like, we gotta be smarter, man. Like, he gotta be smarter. Like, he gotta be smarter, and also Coach Quinn and his team, they gotta punish him. They can't let him just get away with like dumb crap, because that's not smart football. And we don't want dumb football players on the team. If you're cool with it, that's fine. But like, nah, the ones we talk about, like the championship, like them dudes in the game, they don't accept that, man. They tell you, nah, man, you're gonna sit here on the bench. You know what I'm saying? You're not freaking Michael Parsons or Garrett or Miles Garrett. You ain't that good for us to ignore it. You get what I'm saying? You're not good enough for us to ignore it. But yeah, man, your thoughts, man.
No, I completely agree with you, and I wouldn't mind cutting him, honestly. He's only got 1 year left on his deal anyway. So it's not going to kill us to say goodbye to him. And I think what Coach Lombard said here is correct, is that Luvu is a symptom of I like that from Taj. But wait a minute, where's that comment that Coach Lombard had about the whole team lacking discipline? It's a symptom. Zulu is a symptom of a much larger problem. They have lacked discipline all year. It's not unusual that they had, what was it, 10 or 11 penalties today accepted against them. 10 penalties for 71 yards. Now, Dallas matched them in that respect, so it probably didn't hurt them as much as it should have. But that's the symptom of a larger problem. And why you just can't run it back with the same old thing that we've had, and why there's got to be changes, whether it's coordinators or the head coach or both. Because it's like you say, they're not – Bill Belichick, let's remember something. Even if it was the wrong thing to do, he pulled that one guy out in the Super Bowl for whatever reason.
I'm saying,
and didn't play. If you weren't doing – listen, if you fumbled the ball and you were running back under Bill Belichick, you were sitting the rest of the game.
I don't know.
And that gets the point across. Nothing like the bench to get the point across. Basketball, football, it's the way it is. And they don't do it. And they don't do it. And that's why, I mean, we're all going to be watching next, we're now just about a week away from the end of the season, and about 10 days away from from the Monday or Tuesday after. We're all going to be looking to see if there are going to be some changes, because Adam Peters can't look at that today. You're right about there's one thing I absolutely agree with you. The offense did a hell of a job to get 23 points, even though that's a lot of field goals being kicked, which you don't love, with a third-string quarterback. And your defense can't stand up and fight the same way to give them give them a chance for that to be the winning score. I mean, that first half, that was a hot knife through butter. Dallas going through Washington.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it was 21-3, and I think there were three. It was 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for the Cowboys. What the heck? And they've got to be tough on these things. They've got to take a hard look and say this is not good enough, because it's not.
Yeah, it's not. And that's my issue with it. It's like, you got to have some type of fight. You know what I mean? Like, I get you feel like you're undermanned, but some type of fight. Sometimes you just got to be like, all right, enough is enough.
I mean, they were defenseless in the first half.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where my issue was. But my issue was like again, I have no issue with the offense because I just felt like I had low expectations for what Josh Johnson and the offense could do. So everybody knows I have low expectations. So for you to
and
have
by the way, I do have to throw another negative from the offense. Brandon Coleman getting that false start on 4th and 3 is like, come on, man. You can't do that. And I know he was just coming back in. He was out for a play. That might have been part of it, but it's like, dude, come on. Can't have that.
I mean, it's all again, like I feel like it's a product of being a bad team. All of it is. So and he's right now he's a bench player, right? So it's hard for me to rhythm or whatnot. So it's pressure on him to produce. But yeah, I get exactly. Yeah, he played better now. Exactly. That's where I'm at. Like that's why I can't come out here and bash him because I'm like, that's better.
No, he gave you a chance to win today.
Yeah,
there's no question about it. I mean, he missed some throws. Yes, there was a couple of throws he got away with that could have been trouble. But he gave you a chance. He absolutely gave you a chance today.
Glen said Noah can't play corner. He is bad. Yeah, he was looking bad today. They were abusing Noah.
God.
Today.
Noah got cooked. Mikey got cooked.
Here we go. Mikey got cooked. He got cooked. I know for a touchdown.
Yeah, he got. I mean, he got burned on the. He was one of the people got burned on the Turpin touchdown.
Oh, I mean Turpin burned. I'm not mad at that. Turpin was like Turpin's fast.
And then there was one. What was the one? Yeah, Mikey came back and knocked the ball away, but he was absolutely cooked. And Prescott was late with the throw, or it would have been.
Oh, that wasn't Mikey. That was Noah. That's CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, that was Noah. Okay.
Yeah, that's Noah.
Noah was. That was Noah.
You talking about the touchdown? Like CeeDee Lamb had it. He underthrew it. That was no, it was Jonathan Jones. Sorry, it was Jonathan Jones. Jonathan Jones. It wasn't. It was Jonathan Jones. But you mean the one he knocked away.
Noah. They picked on Noah plenty today.
Yeah, I don't think when they weren't. Mikey was like. I don't think I gotta look at the bomb from what's the name. That bomb was crazy. That was like
it was him and Quan both.
Yeah, it's Quan. It's Quan. It's Quan
Martin got roasted on that one too. Yes.
Yeah, he's over top. So it's like he's playing over top. It's not getting burnt to over top. He's supposed to help over top. He just didn't. His depth was bad. Quan's having a bad year, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, it's terrible.
Quan's having a bad year.
I mean, and again, 2nd round pick. That's tough.
Yeah, Glenn said. Yeah, Glenn said it. Don't worry, y'all. One more for bad football. I agree.
Yeah, that's gonna say I like the days when game 16 was the end of it when you had a bad season.
I'm about to put this link in the chat. For call-ins. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't doing no Terry talk. DT Snap if you open it. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not doing no Terry talk. All right, it's in the chat. It is. We in the chat. So yeah, if y'all got a comment about the game, what y'all saw, feel free to click the link. We'll have you on. We pull you up, and we'll talk for about a minute because it's Christmas. It's Christmas Day. We can't be on here forever, right, George? Right. Dominique said a lot of these things don't happen with a decent pass rush. I agree with that. Dan's not getting fired.
They did have some pass rush today.
Yeah. All right, we got Paul. We got Paul in the building.
What's up, Paul?
What's going on? Christmas.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everybody. What's going on?
Oh, you already know. Happy holidays to you, my guy. What's
good? I'll keep it real, short. Ball humbug to the whole coaching staff.
I love it. Go ahead, dog.
You know what I'm saying? So this is Wole. See, you ain't saying anything, but hey, gotta give it to everybody. Anyway, I gotta go. But see y'all later, man.
All right, I appreciate you, my guy. You later. All right, later, man. I appreciate this dude, man. Yeah, man. I don't get mad at kicking people out. Today, like in the beginning of the game, I was kind of on that vibe. I was like, yeah, man. Folks,
it looked like they were going to
get in the beginning of the game.
Honestly,
I was like, yeah, this is bad. This is like, we may need to start getting rid of everybody. Like I was like in that mode, and then they fought back, but I mean, you fought back against a bad team, so I don't really look at the Cowboys like a strong team. But I mean, are you surprised?
They're not.
George, are you surprised at the effort though? Were you surprised at the effort?
I mean, pleasantly, and again, it was the fact that who was leading it. Mm-hmm. Guys like Bill, guys like Johnny Newton. That's what made it enjoyable and kind of redeemed it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you say, Dallas is showing you why they're not going to the playoffs. Because against just about anybody else, Dallas would have got its butt whooped today. No question about it.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's like, I mean, that defense that Dallas has is historically bad.
It's bad. No, it's a bad defense.
It's historically bad. It is certainly the worst Dallas defense in this century.
Got my man.
And it probably compares to some of the ones they had in the early days when they were terrible.
All right, got my man Taj in the building. What's going on, Taj? What's going on, bro? What's going on, man?
Not much. As y'all can see, I'm bringing in stuff for the holidays. But
I can see it. Oh, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, my guy.
Happy Festivus to you and George, man.
Happy Festivus Day.
For the rest of us.
Happy Festivus Day for the rest of us.
Right. So we're going to make it brief. It looked like my man Paul got yanked off by a family. I know how that is.
Yeah.
My wife about to come get me myself.
Okay, but, I know she better.
The only thing this game proved was the two narratives that we kind of knew coming in at the end of the season. Our defense sucks.
Yeah.
Malpractice on that part to think that certain players can carry over that didn't. Yeah. I'm at the point where I'm like, George, who do we blame? Do we blame the front office for bringing in people that don't fit the scheme, or are we mad at the coaches for not adjusting their scheme? That's where I'm at. It's everything.
It's everything.
And I'll be the first one to admit, I've been on the don't like Cliff party for a while. But I will say this. The man did pretty well on a third string QB with half of the line missing, and we still competed. So at the most, we're going to look on the positive for the holidays. That's a building point. The offensive line is a building point. So whether Cliff is the OC or somebody else, I know Jaden is the superstar, but that offensive line is the glue.
Facts.
We build on the offensive line. You get a running back, whether if it's Bill or whether or not if you're going to draft Love or whether you're going to bring in one of the free agents to bring it in because Bill be fumbling too much. Whatever the case may be, you build on that offensive line, help your young quarterback out. If we're going to play more under the center, where we're going to do play action and stuff like that, you're going to need a running back that can complement them. So either Bill going to have to learn how to take what the line gives him and stop trying to make a home run play on every run, or we're going to have to bring somebody in that can carry it 20 to 25 and let Bill be the change of pace guy. Exactly. Stop putting so much on the young kids' plate. Let them develop properly. But that's all I got, fellas. Y'all make sure y'all have a happy holidays, man.
Oh, man, appreciate you, man. Happy holidays, my guy.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. That was such a good call. That was a good one. That's like, I like it because it's like you to put everything, you're not, so hard on your own stance as an individual. You look at it with a blank slate and look at the situation and diagnose it properly. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a Cliff dude, but like, you like this game, he's looking at it like, they lost their offensive line went down. You got a backup quarterback, and you were still able to move the football and score points. You know what I mean? So I respect that, even though the frustration would clip for everybody, right? But in this game, you can isolate this game and keep it separate from the totality of the season, right? Of some of the games he went astray, right? But yeah, the defense was definitely an issue, man. It was too easy. It's like when it gets too easy, that's the problem. When it gets way too easy. But yeah, this team fought. I'm surprised that it fought. I ain't gonna lie. I'm surprised this team fought, was able to be around the game, had an opportunity to take tie it up, or even had an opportunity to be, to tie this game up, or even be in this game. I just think, I ain't gonna lie to you, I think that it changed when I thought the game changed to a way where Washington was able to win when Louisville made that dumb play. Because I think it changed the whole balance of the game. They had an opportunity to really. That
one, and when they didn't score off the Aubrey missed field goal.
That too. I mean,
George. That was an incredible opportunity. And I mean, rarely do you see him miss as badly as he missed. And you're like, oh, surely they're going to get a touchdown here. They're getting the ball at midfield and they don't do nothing. And they're going to go for it on fourth down, and Coleman gets a false start. It's just like, to me, that's when the air went out of the balloon for me.
But that's like this is my point, Phil, and I feel you. But this is again, we're talking about going against your third string quarterback, and also like your O-line is kind of shot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. That's tough. No Tunsil. We gotta think about no Tunsil, none of these other individuals. Allegretti had to play center. I don't know, man. Look, man, I know what people think how football is, but you see the Minnesota Vikings, they got a bunch of weapons. They put in that other quarterback in, and they look horrible. I'm just telling you, sometimes when you got I know, but some teams Yeah, look, even against bad defenses, bad quarterback play is bad quarterback play.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, but look, the Cowboys were able to do half a decent job with the Eagles offense, and they with their quarterback. Their defense, I mean, their defense did a decent job against the Eagles. They beat the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense, I ain't say their defense is good, but they did a decent job against that offense. You see what that offense did to us? I'm just being real, man. Sometimes you just gotta look at it. This is with a third string quarterback, man. I get your point. I ain't saying Dallas Cowboys defense is good, but I still I don't look at Josh Johnson as a quarterback that should be able to move it up and down the field on you. Period. It's a bad defense though. Don't get it twisted.
Oh no, it's one of the worst in their franchise's
no
history.
O-line, no O-line and no D-line. Pathetic preparation for a football game. This is the coach's fault. I ain't mad at that. I give credit to Anthony Lynn Santiago. Yeah, I'm with it. Tone Ja 4180 says in Louisville defense, refs just love to call petty flags on us. I don't know, man. That one wasn't petty. The one with Reeves was petty, though. That was petty.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible.
The one with Reeves is a bad call. This one wasn't petty. Like, he had 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, then he hit him. So he had time to change his thought. He had time. He just decided he chose violence. He plays, I don't want to say he chose violence. He plays with a motor that can't be stopped. Like, it's a thing with him. It's just, and I'm just saying, he's just not a disciplined player to me. So he's the one who made that hit. It wasn't like another individual help tag team. And he's the one who did it. When I knew the flag was thrown, I was like, that's probably Louisville. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
It was.
It's probably Louisville.
And it was.
I was like, they're gonna throw the flag. When the hit happened, I was like, they're gonna throw the flag. I knew they were gonna throw the flag. Like, I knew it. That wasn't like a thing. I was just hoping maybe they give us grace and not throw the flag. That's what my thought process was at. And then when it happened, I was like, yeah, it's probably. Then I was like, who? Because I couldn't tell who it was at first. I was like, it's probably Louisville though, and it was. It happened to be number 4. I was like, oh, okay. All right, my guy DC Slim is in the building. All right, we got my man. I always appreciate the regulars, man. What's going on, Slim?
Hey, what it do, fellas? First of all, Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas,
greatest,
my
man.
guy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas to the chat and everything. Look, man, check this out. Hey, do it look like they tanking the y'all?
Who, Washington?
Yeah, man, because I didn't, you know me, man. I ain't seen nothing different in 10 weeks. So my question is, once again, what the hell is going on? Why? I mean, like, I'm confused, dog. I still didn't see. I saw a few young people in there that I didn't see before.
Yeah, I'm with you. Right? Yeah,
but I really need to know the Wagner Louisville thing.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The Louisville thing is now like all right. This is the thing with the Wagner thing. It is that's his boy. So I'm gonna just leave that there, obviously. But the Louisville thing is starting to really annoy me. I ain't gonna lie to you because now I'm at a point where, all right, there's no argument that you can use for me that is nothing. There's no argument. Like, you gotta be punished because this is why I agree with you, DC Slim, because you gotta talk about like being disciplined and coaches gotta like keep people accountable. Like, that play that he did today, and he's done it, and I said this before, the reason why we tolerated last year because he was making plays last year. This year you ain't making plays and you still like kind of are undisciplined. You still are undisciplined. So if you, the reason my issue is, bro, if you keep with Bill Belichick and any other coach, they don't reward that. Like, you don't get rewarded to be on the field for making dumb plays that are out of football control. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's out of football control. That's like mind control.
So once again,
yeah,
I'm asking everybody that, and look, man, I understand people might like Dan Quinn as a person, and all of that, right? But I'm telling you, man, I heard him. He told me yesterday that Louisville has that warrior spirit.
Oh, I heard that same thing.
Right.
I heard that same thing.
Okay.
I heard that same thing.
I gotta ask everybody, man. Why would you want the CEO of this corporation to return if you are not getting any ROI?
Yeah,
we're talking business right now.
Yeah, right now I got you.
If Dan Quinn was the CEO of this business, we are losing money. That stadium has had blue and gray all in there. All right.
Yeah.
Not only that, we are getting an extremely bad product. And the caveat to this, for him to be looking out for Bobby Wagner to try to get him some type of award. And Bobby Wagner, I'm going to say this, he not real DC. I understand he went to school here, but don't ever try to attach him to like.
He went to Howard for. I mean, he went to Howard as a master.
Yeah, but don't try to make him a Redskin. This is a retirement home at this point.
Not. He's a
Seahawks.
When he goes to the Hall of Fame, it's going to be as a Seahawk.
Exactly.
I do appreciate him getting his master's at HBCU though. I appreciate that.
No, that's cool, but that ain't got nothing to do with football. What I'm saying is that's unprofessional. What's going on, man? And I'm truly surprised that this man still got a job, man.
To Bobby or like Dan?
Dan Quinn.
Okay.
Bobby Wagner and Louvu are playing every snap.
Yeah.
What are the owners of this team? Are they watching the games? Are they talking to people? Is any of that going on? You know,
I think they all want to do what they want to do at this moment. To be real with you, I'm just being real. Like I'm being totally real, man. This is my thing. I have a lot of respect for Bobby Wagner, so everybody knows. But even to like this point of the season, y'all know my stats. Like I want young dudes to see. I feel like once the season was over, it's about putting guys, and we're talking about real player development. Like these guys need to be slotted in because they're going to like. For instance, I mentioned Jordan McGee a lot. He's supposed to be Bobby Wagner's replacement. That's always like that was the initial plan. So he should be in these remaining games. He should be playing middle linebacker. Like it should be happening 5 games in a row. It shouldn't have been like it should be it should have started 3 games.
So that means the CEO he's hurting progress of the production of the company. So once again, this guy should be fired. Look, man, I know, and I hear everybody saying that we're going to start a pattern. Don't start a pattern of firing coaches. I'm not saying we're going to do that. I'm saying right now, you can name 5 offensive coordinators, and I'm not saying random big names, that you would take over Dan Quinn right now.
I mean, as a fan, there's some guys.
As a head coach.
Now, as a fan, I would take over Dan Quinn. There's some guys I would take over Dan Quinn. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that.
I'll end it with this. Mm-hmm. So once again, when you watch Carolina, and I wouldn't even say the New Orleans Saints, don't look at their record right now, but you watch them.
They play better.
Coaches that these young dudes, man, they on something different. I just think Dan Quinn is past his time, man. That same defense that he playing is bad, man. This is unacceptable.
It sure is, man. I agree. It sure is. I'm not even arguing that, but I appreciate you, my guy.
Hey, man, y'all have a Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas, man. Hey, stay blessed, man. And Merry Christmas to you and your family, my guy. And your
Peace out. Peace out.
Right. Peace out, bro.
Thank you very much.
All right. I like that call. That was a good call.
No, and he's right. And again, I think you're right that Dan Quinn's saying, but I agree with DC Slim. Mm-hmm. It's been so bad this year. And we've seen so many things regress or get worse, and things that needed to advance, not advance. That I think the case is absolutely there for him to go. And it goes to what Glenn just said about not developing these young players.
Oh yeah,
you got to play them to develop them.
Yeah, but I do want to read a statement that Tone Jaw 4180 put out there. It says Dan Quinn going to have to scrap this whole defensive philosophy and hire someone within a new scheme. I believe that. I agree with that too.
Absolutely, Tone Jaw. I just don't know if he's going to do it.
That's the thing.
And I don't know. And to me, that's where Adam Peters has got to put on the big boy GM pants and say that's exactly what you got to do, or you're going to lose your job.
No,
because that is not an unusual circumstance that people have asked that their coaches have been fired because they haven't been willing to change their staff.
That's where my stance is too. That's a good point. Is that what you just said right there? It's just more like, will he do it? I think there's an ego within all that. I don't even know if I want Aaron. We'll see. Aaron, that's an interesting situation.
I mean, Aaron Glenn did a hell of a job in Detroit as a defensive coordinator, because remember they had 10,000 injuries last year, and until they played Washington,
where they never ranked in the top defenses in the NFL though.
Yeah, no,
I think Aaron Glenn gets a lot of love because of the bravado. I'm not saying he's a bad defensive coordinator. He's aggressive. He does blitz a lot, which I do like. I'm not going to act like I don't like that. I do like that, but their defense is never like ranked like the top tier defenses in the NFL. Even like their offense has been dynamic when you think about the Detroit Lions, but the defense was never like a dynamic.
I mean, last year that defense was up to something, and then everybody started getting hurt.
No,
Like halfway through last year, they looked like
they were
pretty
okay.
good.
They were good. They just weren't. They weren't elite. Their offense scored a lot. Their defense got like they getting turnovers. They're not like a stop you defense though. You know what I mean? Like it's a good. I mean, it's solid. It's solid, but he's not a person that I like. He's not a person I'm like, oh, I definitely want. Like I don't look at him like that. Like I don't look at him like that. I look at certain other guys though. Like you talking like Salah, he ain't going nowhere. But Salah's like, oh yeah, I want.
Oh yeah, no, Salah's
guys like that. Aaron Glen isn't like a coach got fired. I'm trying to think of a defense. They're a defensive minded head coach. I don't even know. There's not that many of them out.
There's not that many, but there are some defense. There are some coaches. There are some defensive coordinators on staff where there could be changes, and they might get let go.
Like Jim Schwartz, definitely. I'm like, yeah. I'm calling.
Yes,
I'm calling. I'm not like
the next hour after he's fired.
Calling.
He's getting
I'd take Raheem Morris before I take Aaron Glen.
Yeah, no, Raheem Morris, and again, his track record as a defensive coordinator is pretty good.
Yeah, compared to Glen, yes, he's better than Glen. Compared, Lynn for head coach, Lombard. I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think it's gonna happen.
One thing I will say about Anthony Lynn is he's one of the position coaches who's done a good job, who I wouldn't mind keeping around depending on what happens with his staff next year.
I would hope.
I would think he'd be in demand because I think Anthony Lynn would be a great offensive assistant to have.
Oh my god!
Especially if you got a first year coach and you need somebody who's been a head coach before.
He's gonna find a job.
He's a perfect assistant head coach / whatever position or coordinator he is. He's a perfect guy for something like that.
He's gonna find another job. So if if that does happen, he's gonna get another job. If they don't keep him here, he's gonna get another job. What do you think Ohio State? Oh, I think it's Caleb Downs.
Caleb Downs. Oh God, Caleb Downs is amazing.
I want him. We need him here. I
mean, that's your number one out of the three Ohio State guys, right? That's the one you want the most out of the three.
Yeah, that's my one I want. Todd Bowles should not be a defensive coordinator. I'm not going to do that to Todd Bowles. He's a head coach. Nah, man. Of course, I would want him, but he should not be taking any. He's done a good. No, he need to be a head coach somewhere. If he's going to leave this job, he did a good job in Tampa. I'm not going to demean Todd Bowles, man. He lost Brady, and he did it with Baker, and like no one thought that was a thing. He was winning.
Man, some of these, and I follow some of these Tampa fans like, oh, we should have thrown Todd Bowles overboard for Liam Cohen. You did the same thing to Lovie Smith to hire Dirk Cutter. How did that go for you?
Yeah, and that's not even a. Nah, man. He's got to look, man. He's got sunshine. That's my guy, so I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, but it's like Tampa Bay's gone down that road before and it failed. Yeah. And yes, I'd love to have Todd Bowles, but we'll see. I think it's fair with Wole. I think Wole's got a point.
Been winning. He's been winning.
He deserves another chance as a head coach if he were to get fired.
Yeah, one bad year. Like
it's the collapse that everybody's just out down here is freaking out.
I get it, but I'm saying like if you really think about it though, real talk. To be honest with you, no one thought the turnaround with the Bucks would be this fast over the last.
No, when Brady left. He did a hell of a job.
Yeah, like you'd be happy to be in this situation for real.
Yeah, but
they were hit by injuries
like too. A real contender, and they have nosedived the last month.
But they got hit by injuries too, though. They were getting hit by injuries. Baker went had to play it through an injury, a serious injury. You lost Mike Evans had to rush back. Like they played.
Yeah, it's that their defense absolutely stinks. Tampa, that's the problem.
Yeah, there'll be. I'm. That's one thing I would not be if I'm Tampa. I'm not worried about Todd Bowles getting that fixed up. To be real, give him another draft, it'll be fixed up. If I'm Adam Peters, I'm telling Dan scrap entire defense playbook and hire something new. I agree. I'm not mad at you. Totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. So yeah, man. But George, all in all, what is your overall synopsis of this game? I'm not getting. There's no game ball for losers. What is your overall synopsis of this? What is your overall synopsis of this game for you?
I mean,
are you mad you lost to the Cowboys? It's the Cowboys. You mad you lost?
And that's the thing. It's like, and when it looked like they had a chance to win, I was into it in the second half when they were coming back.
Yeah.
And when Aubrey missed the kick. One, I was kind of laughing for a couple of minutes because the fact that Aubrey missed against us when he freaking like was nuking 60-yarders against us the first time was kind of enjoyable.
That's outside.
But it's like it was good that it actually felt good to feel something because I thought I was going to feel nothing the whole game. Because it's like, they stink, we stink. Yeah, I want to beat them, but it's not going to kill me if they lose. And I actually felt something in the second half. They actually got me to the point where I'm like, yeah, come on, let's beat their ass. Like when Debo ran the dude over,
that was tough.
I was that kind of got me hyped early in the game on the big play. He freaking flattened Donovan Wilson. It better show up on Angry Runs this week. I'm going to be mad as hell if it doesn't. And he just flattened the guy. I'm like, that's what I want to see. And then, of course, they got their butt kicked the rest of the first half after that. But they had me feeling something in the second half when I didn't think it was going to happen. And I really appreciated that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was watching this Warriors Dallas game. Man, Cooper Flag is nasty.
The Spurs, man, they put the work on.
Belt to ass on freaking OKC. I'm about to give darn near McCants. I'm about to say the right. McCants some love from who played with North Carolina because he on the Gilbert Arenas podcast show. I know this is a whole different topic, but he's been saying like OKC hasn't really played anybody, and when they play their strong part of the season, they're going to start losing games. He's kind of been accurate, and I've been kind of clowning him. I think he just says wild takes. He's been kind of accurate. All right, so let me go back to this though. Back to what we were talking about. Yeah, you're a fan, George. You're supposed to be like. I mean, I'm glad you're that way. You're better fan than me right now. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I tried to. I was emotionally. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of into like y'all better you better. Get a stop here. Get a stop. Come on, you got a chance to win this game. You can steal this game because I know after doing a show on Wednesday with my man Mike Harge out there in Texas, who is actually more for wrestling fans. He does a show with Mark Henry. He does a show in the morning with Mark Henry, and he was saying that fan base and even the coaches over there, they want to win this game because they want to be 500. Like it's important to finish the season strong to them. So I was like, all right, cool, man. They care about this game. Shoot, let's try to beat them and take it away from them. Let's kind of, if they feel that emotionally invested in this game, let's try to take this game away from them. And when they had an opportunity to do it, then it was like, and they didn't. I was like, all right, then, you got to know it. But when they was in it, I was like, okay, I'm kind of close. They close. I like it. But it is what it is. They didn't. But my overall thought of this game was that, like Phil said, Josh Johnson, man, credit to him, man, because I was bad-mouthing Josh Johnson, man, and I was really nasty. I was really doing nasty work to Josh Johnson, saying he was a bum, this and the other. And, Josh Johnson.
It wasn't quite as bad as what you were doing to Mariota last year, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't as bad as I did to Mariota. That is true. That's true. That's true, George. I think I learned my lesson.
Yes.
But I will say, man, that man deserves credit. Third string got a whole week of practice, and he played well. He did his thing. And yeah, this too, man. God, that 3 sacks, man.
Johnny was.
I gotta I'm so happy for Jazon Newton. For real.
Yeah.
Honestly. I am so happy for him.
You and I saw it because we watched a lot of Big Ten games.
Yeah.
Johnny was capable of that all the time.
But it just makes me mad that they didn't give him that type of shine. But yeah, this year. And again, I would have rather than putting that money into rather than putting that money into Kinlaw, I would have just hey, Jazon, this is your opportunity. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Because if you're gonna look this bad against the run, it don't matter with Kinlaw.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Matter. Like somebody said it was a waste of money. It wasn't a waste. I don't want to say it's a waste of money. It's no knock on Kinlaw, but you drafted this kid for a particular reason. I'm just like, all right, if that's the case, this kid got to play. So I like Deron Payne. Everybody who knows me knows I like Deron Payne. But if your goal is, if you're not really willing to keep Deron Payne long term, to let him go and make sure Jazon gets that slot. I just think Jazon needs to just be an every down player. Personally, that's just where I'm at with it. But I'm happy for him. Overall, like they play hard, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, they play hard. I thought it'd be much easier. I thought it'd be a bigger blowout. I thought it would be like a 40, and the way the game was going, I was thinking 40 to 0, or 40 to like 20 or 40 to 10. But it didn't. So I'm now they played hard. They lost the game. They're not paying. Yeah. Well, Payne's still in the contract, Phil. So they have to cut him or void his contract. They do have a clause where they are allowed to, it doesn't hurt the cap. So put his statement out there. Yeah, just want to let you know that He's still out there. But you put a Glen's question: do we
Yeah,
win if Mariota would have played quarterback? I don't know. The defense is so bad. I don't think it would matter. I think it would have been closer. Game would have been closer. I mean, we would have scored a little bit more. I think we scored more.
I kind of think the way Dallas's defense was playing, and we might have controlled the clock a little more, because that's the other thing.
Oh yeah,
how Dallas didn't blow us out when they had the ball 38 minutes plus, and they couldn't blow us out. It's like, wow, Dallas really, really didn't play well today in that regard.
Yeah, maybe to your point, maybe. Is guarantees up. So yeah, I know they are up. It's just depending on if they want to keep him. I mean, it depends. He's still under contract. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not a free agent. You're right. They're up. So they can cut him if they just decide to release him. They can do it. So, but we'll see, man. I'm hearing there's a lot of mixed messages with Payne. If they let him walk, I'm fine with it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, that's more money you can spend
on something else.
We're already going to spend a lot of money on defense, but that's more money you can spend maybe on a receiver in the free agency if we're going to do that.
No, I'm be real. Not even that. If you're going to, this is my problem with Kinlaw when they got Kinlaw. If you're going to do it, and you're going to slot my man Jazan in there, then you better be willing to spend that money on better players around him. That's all I'm saying on that defense. You better be willing to spend the money. I don't think Payne did enough to win them over. It's possible. I'm not going to even deny that. When he was healthy, he was definitely like their best player on the D line. When healthy, when he was out there, Payne was. But I agree. I think that I agree with you. I don't think he did enough.
Mm-hmm.
So it's he needed to have like a 10-sack season, in my opinion, and he didn't. So he was a disruptor, but he wasn't a game changer. You got to be a game changer to get that, to earn that amount of money. So I agree with you. But my thing is just like Jonathan Allen or other players, like, you make sure you replace that person with a better player. In this situation, I do think that Jazan has the potential to be as good as Payne. I do believe that. And I do believe that in terms of, Kinlaw is going to be the role player. If he's going to play that role as just taking on space and let Jazan do his thing, I'm cool with that. But they got to make sure they do better in terms of the other positions. They got to put that money into the defense, because that's the case. If the defense isn't going to get better around those individuals, then it won't matter. It doesn't matter what they do defensively. If they draft most defense, spend money, sign Tunsil, and getting a wide receiver. This is why Payne probably be released. Yeah. Kinlaw is a Goldman replacement. Kinlaw is a Goldman replacement. No, he's a Allen replacement. Goldman's still on the team.
Yeah.
But everything on the defense has to evaluate. Yeah, has to be evaluated under Witt's poor job as DC. That's a
Bingo, Santiago, because that really is. We are making all these determinations, and I think most of them correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have to keep that in the back of our head, is that this defense was abysmally coached from word go, and if we have a competent defensive coordinator, players like Martin, Sanderstill, some of these other ones that have really struggled could improve by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, I like this one by Tone Jaw said, is it safe to say Quan Martin is history? I think so.
Yeah.
I think last season's focus was wrong. We focused on so much on beating the Eagles. Agreed. Signing guys to stop the run when we should have just been signing better talent. To all skill sets. I agree. I will say, I totally agree. But again, they didn't even do that right. That's why I was so. Initially, it's paying that amount of money to get Kinlaw. That amount. It wasn't the player. That amount to get Kinlaw kind of annoyed me, because I was like, he's not even better. And I'm being real. He's not even better than Jonathan Allen. That was my point.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on that.
He's a good player.
There's going to be some very interesting decisions and discussions that will have to be had in that front office.
He's a solid player.
In like 10 or 11 days' time.
He's a solid player. Kinlaw's a solid player. He's not better than Jonathan Allen. But you gave him the money that looked as if he was better. Like, if he was on a discount and you're trying to see what you can get out of it, then I'm with it. I think the Quiet sign be impact would sign Zacchaeus back. I think they could definitely sign Zacchaeus back. Quan Martin, yeah, he gone, buddy. If we get the right coaches, this team can be a threat. If we get the right coaches and some other players, yes, I agree. I don't think it's just coaches. I think there's some players that are rewarded for being out there that should not be out there. And I think players, and you need to be. I think you got a bunch of role players, and you need some superstar players to help offset the role players so they can play in their normal role instead of making them be having them try to be your star. They need to be your role players. You know what I mean? They need to like Luvu shouldn't be your star player on defense. Like that shouldn't be a thing. He should be a role player. You shouldn't be relying on Frankie Luvu to like be impactful like you rely on Micah Parsons, or you're relying on Myles Garrett, or you're relying on Hutchinson in Detroit. You shouldn't be relying on him to be that type of player. Or the kid in Anderson for the Texans. He's not that player.
Yeah.
He's not that player.
No.
DQ is a defensive coach. I just don't see them hiring a DC that doesn't play his scheme. I agree with you, Timothy. This is my thought process too. I think he should, but I don't see it happening. But yeah, man.
Like worry, Timothy.
Yeah, that's my worry.
I mean, he can't after today. Surely not any thoughts about him that have been talked about him calling defensive plays next year that's got to be kaput.
We'll see. We'll see. We will see. We'll see how it is. We don't know what's happening in those buildings. But yeah, folks, appreciate y'all for pulling up. Merry Christmas to y'all. I want y'all to enjoy the rest of y'all Christmas. You don't have to be here with us that long. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all can enjoy. Y'all got basketball, NBA games. Forget the football games, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm pro NBA right now. Pro NBA games.
That's right.
The NFL too greedy, so don't watch.
The NFL need to get off Christmas.
They need to get off Christmas, man. We got Thanksgiving. The NFL got Thanksgiving. We don't need to be on Christmas.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So they being a little too greedy. So we'll go ahead and watch the Warriors. I'm doing a cheap plug for the NBA. Y'all can pay me NBA if y'all want to, but I'm doing a cheap plug for y'all.
I'm going to Christmas dinner.
Okay,
so
good for
I'm about to house some more food. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, George going Christmas dinner. I'm gonna watch this. Go and watch this Dallas Golden State game. See Cooper Flag do his thing, man. Cooper Flag is like that. So I want y'all to watch it, enjoy it. Man, appreciate you,
Thank you, Dominic.
Man. You said, once again, guys, great job as always during a difficult season for all of us. Merry Christmas to all. I appreciate you, my guy. It's definitely a difficult season, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, man. Anyway, man, now make sure y'all pull up. We're gonna have a show on Thursdays. What, New Year's?
Thursday. Let's see. Thursday is New Year's Day. Yes.
Yeah, so no show Thursday. I'm out of town anyway. But I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Great show, great work from the folks in the chat. Y'all had good questions, good comments too. When y'all came into the stream to talk, man. Appreciate y'all as always.
Absolutely.
Anyway, you've been listening to. Wait a minute. You know what? I'm gonna have to say this. Happy New Year too for everybody, because we won't see y'all.
That's right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, 2026, man. Hope y'all have a blessed 2026.
The next time you see us, we'll be getting ready for the last game of the season.
Facts. I want y'all to have a great New Year. Enjoy yourselves, man. I hope all y'all families are doing well. All blessings for y'all 2026. I hope 2026 is way better for y'all than 2025. Coming in 2026, you all will achieve your greatness. I totally believe it. Claim it for everybody in here, everybody watching, everybody who's doing the show, everybody in the chat. So I hope y'all have a blessed one. Anyway, you've been listening to All Burgundy and Gold, everything powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio, 96.9 FM and 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia, for ages. Ayedig, deuces. We are out. Peace.